In this video, I will review and rank 4 well-known high-end foundations. I made some interesting observations. I filmed them as well, so you will be shocked. Without further ado, let's get started. So first, let's start with this beautiful foundation here. It's the Guerlain L'Essentiel foundation. It comes in a beautiful black, elegant box. And I mean, look at this bottle here. It's a piece of art. And I made my research. It stands for balance. So there was an artist hired to just design this bottle. So far this foundation sounds very promising. And when you just pump the foundation out of the bottle, you realize that it is a moussey foundation. So texture-wise, doesn't look like it will melt into your skin. That was at least my feeling. It looked rather it will sit on top of the skin. And when I applied it in the morning, I tried it first with a beauty sponge. That's how I usually apply my foundations for a more natural look. But it was very difficult to work in for me. Then I started using my fingers just to blend this foundation into my skin. The foundation has a scent to it, but actually I didn't like the scent as much. And this has SPF inside as well. It has SPF 20 in, and I have it in shade very light warm 1W. So this is a hydrating foundation, but in the morning when you first apply it, you will see that it's quite matte. So I find it is a full coverage foundation and it looked matte in the morning. So I had an appointment that day and I went to that appointment, and when I arrived there was a mirror, and what I saw in the mirror was shocking to me. So I actually filmed it. You will see it now. What happens with this foundation is that it breaks. You get a kind of strawberry skin. You have little holes in your complexion. So as you can see, it's around the nose area as well as on my cheeks. Basically, it was all over the place. In the foundation, basically pores open. I actually don't have. So this is a no-go for me. I was quite shocked about this observation. Now you can see some footage of myself in the PM. As you can see, I got an oily T-zone. But anyways, this is a hydrating foundation. I was expecting it. And I haven't powdered my T-zone. I just wanted to see how the foundation performs on its own. And below the foundation, I haven't used any primer. I have applied it on top of my bare skin. So for me, for a hydrating foundation, the oil was quite okay. I feel like this is more on the matte side. So if you have a lot of things going on, like acne breakouts and so on, this foundation will cover it up. It's a high coverage foundation. And when you powder it and use a mattifying foundation, I don't think this will get oily or glowy over the day. So it's great for oily to normal skin. Maybe when you have dry skin like me, initially it doesn't look good. It looks quite matte. So in my view, this is a universal foundation everyone can use. But as I said, I don't know whether I have received a bad product. This strawberry skin thing just put me off. This is why I haven't used that foundation since then. And I don't think I will repurchase it. This is why this foundation is on place number 4 for me. So next, let's talk about the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. The contrast couldn't be as drastic as in this case. Compared to the Guerlain L'Essentiel foundation, this one comes in a rather simple bottle. It comes in a plastic bottle. The advantage is that the bottle is quite on the lightweight side, so it's easy to carry around in case you are traveling. But I guess that's the philosophy of the Dior Backstage line. These products come in rather decent and simple packaging. I guess the content is what matters. I have it in shade 1W. It's a very light, a warm shade, and it has a fragrance which is not too intimidating, too noticeable, and I like the fragrance in this one more than the one in the Guerlain foundation, but this is a rather subjective. And what is interesting about this foundation is, compared to the other 3 foundations in this video, that it is like a serum foundation. It's very lightweight and it's on the runnier side. As you can imagine, the coverage is also not too high. It is a medium coverage foundation, I would say. So it is more on the transparent side and it looks more natural on your skin. This foundation melts into your skin. I have used it with a beauty sponge, and with the beauty sponge, foundations look rather on the natural side, so you can build the coverage up. Now you can see a footage from me wearing this foundation in the morning. As I said, I have applied the foundation with a beauty sponge. As you can see, it gives you a beautiful complexion. It looks rather matte. It looks beautiful. What can I say more about it? Beautiful and natural, especially in studio lights, as you can see. It's quite impressive. Now you can see some footage from the PM. You can see around my nose area it got oily, but I hadn't used any powder around my nose area. I just have powdered my cheek areas to apply the blush more easily. And when it comes to the longevity of this foundation, I would say it is prone to disappear a little bit on your skin. You can see this from the footage. So who will like this foundation? When you have normal to dry skin and you don't have much acne or breakout going on your skin, this foundation is for you. Or when you are like this natural look and you love just serumy foundations that get a little bit glowy over the day, this is exactly something for you. But if you are someone who has oily skin and who has acne, who has a lot of breakouts and needs a high coverage foundation, this foundation might not be for you. Just the coverage is not enough. And for oily skin, I mean, oils usually make the foundation disappear, and when it comes to longevity, this is not the best foundation. So for me, this foundation is on place number 3, but it doesn't mean this is a bad foundation. This is a good foundation. I just think there are other foundations who look natural, have a better coverage and better longevity than this foundation, and are also more mattifying. Otherwise, this is a unique foundation due to its serumy texture. I recommend you to watch the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation review next. It is one of the most interesting foundations I have tried so far. And when you are looking for a natural looking foundation, watch also my Estee Lauder foundation review video, because I think that the Estee Lauder Double Wear Nude Foundation is a great natural looking foundation as well.